Tua's hype. I love it. The Dolphins showed Tua the money of 4 years, $212 million and change, with $167 million guaranteed. Ryan Clark joins this fine program. Hey, RC, do you believe Tua will be in the MVP convo at the end of the season?
Yeah, I think he can. Listen, we watched Tua play extremely well throughout the regular season, and when you have Jalen Waddle, you also have Raheem Mostert, and obviously Tyreek Hill, you're going to put up video game-like numbers within Mike McDaniel's offense, but it's about the playoffs. When you get this big bag, it doesn't matter if you're going to be in the MVP conversation, Molly. Dak has been in the MVP conversation. We've been talking about Justin Herbert's before seasons being in the MVP conversation. It's about what you do as a team and how much success you can have as it pertains to winning Super Bowls once you get the bag.
Absolutely. Tua got his money. Dak is still waiting, RC. Stop me if you heard this before. Dak Prescott still doesn't have a new long-term deal, and Jerry Jones is addressing it with the media. Keep in mind, Dak had one of the best regular seasons amongst quarterbacks, right? But disappointed in the playoffs when Jordan Love and the Packers ended their season early on their home turf. Much of the talk this offseason is whether Jerry's going to pay all of his stars, one of them being Prescott. Meanwhile, CeeDee Lamb, he continues to hold out. He wants to get paid. Last week, we heard from both Dak and Jerry saying it could be a possibility, Swagu. Are you listening?
Yeah.
He's not donning the star helmet next season. Big Jerry, what's the latest?
Well, Dak for us is I get in trouble every time I make comparisons. Okay, I do get in trouble. And of course, we saw a head-to-head match with Green Bay last year. We've all got that burr in our saddle. I'm anxious for Dak to get a chance to show he's the best with the Cowboy star on it.
And you think he can do that without a new deal?
Oh yes,
What
yes,
gives you that kind of
yes. But don't. That might imply that we're not going to do a new deal, and that's just not the case. Those things change. It can happen.
Okay, so to be clear, that was Jerry being asked if Dak is a better quarterback than Jordan Love. Now, the reaction is up to you.
RC first.
Why? You're a former Cowboy. You live in Texas.
But then what they say on the paper?
Oh, well, I can't call an audible.
I'm
All right,
processing.
RC, you know what?
RC, let me process.
You know what? I got to say one thing. I process
Hey,
like a dude. I do the same thing, so I'm with you on it. Let's give him a moment. Go ahead.
Hey, well, Molly, I don't need a moment because emotionally I'm not tied to this
You're not
at all.
invested.
And so I can
am.
talk about it at all.
Yeah.
The thing is right. The question was, as you said, Molly, is Dak better than Jordan Love? Which would imply, if you think he is, then you should give him a contract and pay him his money, and it should be more than $55 million, which just made Jordan Love the highest player ever in the NFL. But I don't think that Jerry actually believes that, because Jerry pointed to the head-to-head matchup in the playoffs in which Jordan Love greatly outplayed Dak Prescott. And if he says that, then he has to admit that Dak Prescott should already have his contract when he doesn't. And maybe Jerry doesn't believe he should pay Dak that sort of money when they keep finding themselves out of the playoffs before the NFC Championship. And he was trying to give us the love the one you're with answer. Dak for us. But he couldn't even bring himself to do it. Jerry Jones chose that moment to be honest. And isn't that what we want from our owners? Honesty? So Jerry Jones couldn't bring himself to lie and say, nope, I think Dak is better. And even if he says it, then everybody's going to say, well, what happened in the playoffs? And now we got to talk about Dak's playoff struggles. I agree with this. This is what I know. Dak is going to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL next year. He may get $60 million a year. He may get $65 million a year, whatever it is, because he is going to have a really good regular season, because Dak Prescott always has a really good regular season. But for the next 5 years, I, like Jerry Jones seems to be, would take Jordan Love before I took Dak Prescott.
Yeah. So this is why I love being on TV with RC, because we both from Louisiana, and we both can see two sides. RC, I wanted him to lie. I wanted him to lie.
Yeah.
Because he lies a lot.
Yeah.
Like
why,
I wanted.
why
like
now?
why now?
Why is morality?
Why? Yeah. Why?
What's the date today?
Yeah.
Why are we worried about morality?
Why was that answer
like,
different?
Are you going to confession later?
Right. Like what the hell? I didn't watch you lie for the last 5 years. I've been covering the NFL
wanted him to lie
for
too.
ESPN.
Like,
Just say, yeah,
protect your
Dak
boy.
better.
Sometimes
Dak better.
you gotta lie to help people's feelings.
There you go. RC, and you know this, and Molly, you know this. We've all
Little
dated.
ones.
We've all dated before, right? And we've all had a plan for a date. And we've at times told somebody else, you go ahead and plan it.
Yeah.
And we leave things up for interpretation.
Yep.
And then we get to the restaurant or we get on the date and you like, man, I hate it here. Right? But you like the person, but you hate what they set up just now. That's what Jerry just did. He left it for interpretation. So now the whole conversation is gonna be, Jerry don't think that Dak is better than Jordan Love. And even if Jerry felt that, lie, because Dak plays quarterback for your team, and you're about to pay him $52 to $55 million a year for this year to play football.
Think about the thought process of Jerry Jones, right? Because the thing that he couldn't get in trouble for, because remember he says, I always get in trouble for making comparisons. The thing he couldn't get in trouble for would be to say, Dak Prescott is our quarterback and Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in football, which we know is not true because Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. But this is a way that you can totally escape any comparison to Jordan Love. You don't have to say if he's better than Jordan Love or not. But Jerry, in his heart, though, Swag, in his heart, he truly thought to himself, I need to answer this question. And he's like, oh, wait, if I answer this real, I'm going to get in trouble. This is like when your old lady comes out and she has a dress on and you know it's the one she picked. And you may not love it. And it may not be the best. But you say, baby, that's the one. You know why? Because if you don't, y'all going to be beefed out all night. And now she's going to take another hour to get ready when you already late. So Jerry Jones couldn't bring himself to do that, and this is why we're here now.
Nope. If we're doing the relationship conversation,
come on,
it's like
Molly.
when someone brings up your ex. Nope, you don't compare people. That's what I would say. Very simple. You hold up a mic, this versus it. I don't get into the comparison game.
There you go, Molly.
It's very simple.
It's just simple. Is your new boo better? Do you feel better about your new boo than your old boo? Yes. But you know your old boo has some qualities you love way more than your new boo got. It's just that, bro. Listen,
you want him.
You know what I said
you want to
one
blend
time?
them.
No, Ryan, that's what you want to combine them. Sometimes you just want to combine them. That's fine. Because I'm sure people would want to combine me and other people.
Molly, life
right?
is bits and pieces.
Yes,
if you're not a realist with your significant other, and in this case, in comparison, Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott have been in a relationship now going on 9 years.
Here's what I'll tell you. This is what I would tell you. If Dak's the 70%, and you leave for the 30%, the next person's gonna be missing the 30%.
They're gonna be missing.
You know,
man,
so
listen, man.
Like you gotta
listen,
figure it out.
Listen, man. I just. My wife knows this. She knows this. All right. I love her.
Why
I'm gonna
is this a whole relationship
I'm gonna go to the end. I'm gonna go to the end of the earth with her. Unless Beyonce hit me up and be like, "Let's date."
All right, I'm leaving.
She know that. And she got her one. We realists, all right? So don't ask me about Beyonce.
She don't
Anybody
mean it.
else, I'm a lie. But I don't have to lie because she know that.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Golly, bro.
I hope
Jerry put
and laughing.
on a serious note though, Molly. If you Dak Prescott, right, and to RC's point, you know that you're gonna be the highest paid quarterback. Because they never hit free agency. Like free and clear. He has the opportunity to have all of that leverage this year and make $50+ million, go into free agency next year and be the highest paid quarterback in the league. So in Dak's mind, it's like, man, I don't care what Jerry talking about. That's how he should feel. I hope he feels like that.
Listen,
I hope it ain't none of that.
Dak is
I love
get
Dallas.
And be a starting quarterback no matter what.
So
Jerry
Jerry still thinks RC, and if you disagree, RC, let me know. Jerry still thinks he's negotiating with Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
That's over.
Yeah.
That's over. You not.
Yes,
he holds
agreed.
all the cards.
Yeah.
That last contract when we sat in here for 2 years talking about when is Dak gonna get paid? Does
No,
Jerry
it's
trust
already
Dak?
time for
Bro,
another
it's over.
contract.
All that's over. So ain't no sense in you trying to create nothing for Dak to prove to you that he the quarterback that's gonna have the star on his helmet.